stand by for transmission.
Johnson,
You are about to find out why, and the big reason why this is called the premier Mega Truck Racing Series.
What's going on, people? This week it's just going to be me, Cody Jones, Videoto Media. The guys are on their way back from Ohio. It's getting everything set up there at Black Rock. So I'm going to be running the stream tonight. Tonight, we got some special guests to help discuss the points so far this season. We got a couple good recap videos. We'll be discussing Black Rock. And just so happens that the guys might pop in. I know they're in transit, so they might be coming in from one of the airports. So let's go ahead and kick it off as we always do. We want to thank all of our sponsors. FTI Performance, an amazing sponsor, jumped on board with us. Sniper Gearboxes, a division of FTI. Some of the best products in our sport. Many of our guys run them. All Out Performance. Great company. They've been on board since day one. Some great products, great trucks. You guys all know they've been around the sport forever. Clayton Homes. You guys know them and love them. They jumped on board with us this year. They've been a great sponsor. So make sure you guys go check out their website. Give them some love on social media. Give all of our sponsors love on social media. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you're following them, interacting with them. Because without the sponsors, we couldn't do things the way that we're doing them. We're growing day by day, and the sponsors are a major part of that. So one thing we want to do is we want to make sure we're all giving our sponsors love. To continue with that list, we got Hoyle's Tire and Axles, Butler Built Seats, Pool Trucking, Next Generation Auto Works, Davis Off-Road, Bert's 4x4. We all know and love Bert. KJ Competition Cuts, Carl Jett, one of our drivers as well. You guys need tires cut, let them know. Marker 17 Marina, Wheezy Graphics. Chris Wheezy runs one of our cameras, also does some amazing graphics and apparel. If you guys need some koozies, you guys need shirts, you guys need stickers, anything for your trucks and or your teams, hit up Chris Wheezy. Obviously myself, Videoto Media. I run all the things behind the scenes. Also helps me out a lot. My right-hand man when it comes to multimedia and stuff is between Chris Weiss and Dave C. with Speed Squad Marketing. Can't do all the things, all the marketing posters and all the online print media you guys see. That's coming from Dave. You guys also know Dave from the pit. We were just at their track this last weekend. So make sure you guys go give him love as well. Bunch Concrete Services, RVA Graphics, 2J's Transport, Davis Auto Sales. We got Wicked Fabrication, Duke. You guys know all the trucks that Duke makes. Great company there. Brannick Motorsports, Gino's Home Service, Willwood Brakes. Got to stop your truck even though it's going You got to stop it. Harvell Welding Services, Chip Draw McGraw. Everybody knows Corey. Western Sheet Metal. These are two new ones, Western Sheet Metal and Able Asphalt and Paving. Those are two that just jumped on board with us this season. So let me go back up. So talking about where the guys are. The guys are up in Ohio. That's going to be our July race number 5. If my math is right. Yeah, number 5. Everything I've heard from them, man, they're saying that Kyle from Black Rock Adventure Park has an amazing facility. There's going to be so much stuff for all of us to do, not just the race, and that the track is epic. That's all I'm being told, but I've been told stand by. This track is absolutely epic. So one thing I want to do is we'll give them some love. Make sure you guys go like and follow their page. That's Black Rock Adventure Park. All right. And we're going to watch a quick video. Let's go up here and watch a video from them. Oop, let me go. So it looks like there's going to be amazing things to do up there. There's plenty of space. It is going to be one wild time. That's all I'm hearing is this is an amazing facility that Kyle and his team put together, an amazing spot. And there's a lot of good things going on there. And that's going to be July 26th through the 27th in Cognac, Ohio. And it's one of those things, as we know and love them, we're going to be there with none other than the boys from Trucks Gone Wild. So let's go ahead and take a look at what Trucks Gone Wild said about it.
July 26th through the 28th, 20 years of Trucks Gone Wild finally returns to the great state of Ohio at the Black Rock Adventure Park in Cognac. It's going to be an entire weekend of nonstop off-road action with dirt drags, mega mud pit competition, back-to-back tug-of-wars, the high-flying premier mega truck races with some of the most badass race trucks in the country, and you don't want to miss the world record mega truck long jump attempt by Jake Burton. There's also open trail riding, camping, wet t-shirt contest, music, and more. Trucks Gone Wild is finally coming back to Ohio, July 26th through the 28th. For all the information you need and advance tickets, check out BlackRockAdventurePark.com.
So as you see, 26th to the 28th, the entire event. This should be, if I'm correct, this is going to be a 2-day race for us. It's going to be Friday night and Saturday, just like Dennis's was. That's going to be the 26th and the 27th. Don't hold me to it, but I'm pretty sure this is one of our 2-day events. And as you see, Jake Burton's going to be attempting to set the new world record for the long jump in a mega truck. If you guys saw his last attempt, it was a wild time. And from what I'm hearing, this truck was specifically built for this jump alone to keep him safe and to send him as far as earthly possible. So it's not going to be an event you want to miss. As always, make sure you guys are liking and sharing the stream. Let's get the word out there and tell everybody to come on in and talk. Let's make sure I got something. What's going on, Carl? We'll go through here. Got Johnny Wicks in here. Got Bill Rideout. Everybody out there, make sure you guys are liking and sharing. All right, so moving on. Want to talk about points. We've just finished up race 3, which was an amazing time. And we're going to start with the 1-ton points. And I think the best person right now that I could bring in right now, I'm thinking let's bring in the winner from this race, Mr. Hugh Williams in the Mudcat. What's going on, Hugh? We appreciate you being here. There was nobody else we could think of better to bring in right now than you, coming off an amazing win at the pit. Tell us about your experience and your runs at the pit.
Oh man, it was just a good day. You know, you start off the day like, what's gonna happen? Truck gonna hold together. We're gonna make good, clean passes. You know, don't beat yourself. And it went every day and it worked. You know, we Drew Wayne Farmer, Ben, Chris Carnes, Drew Wayne again. Then I think got to the 5th round, and me and Vic were standing there, and Marty came into the 3 of us, and it's like, you know, Marty already got the bye. I'm like, Vic's like, I've never got a bye. And I'm like, well, dude, I've never had a bye either. I don't mean any harm. I hope you don't get one right now. So, you know, drew the bye chip. So that worked out. Then pulled Vic in the final round, and it was a good race, man. Wish, you know, me and him could have raced it back to the finish line. They had some tire issues in the turn, but that right lane was tight. That turn, you had to really watch it. You know, left lane was slick. You know, turn was a little better, but it was slick. So, but it was just a good time. You know, for the weather, considering the rain, how wet it was, the track held up, and it was just an incredible day. You know, just blessed to be able to, you know, take home a win from Premier Mega Truck Series. Just good stuff, man.
Couldn't have said it any better myself, man. And we were all absolutely on the edge of our seats, just happy as can be to see you take the win, man. There's nobody else that deserves it more than you. That's for sure. We kind of missed you the second race.
Yeah, my daughter Shy, she got married at Dennis's race, so you know, had to miss that one. Looks like I'm gonna miss the one in Kentucky too. My daughter Caitlin, she's getting married there. I think all of them trying to get married this year. Or out of my 4 daughters, I think. I know we got 2 weddings, but you know, we got 2 whopping points at Georgia. Had truck issues down there, and you know, still I think I'm 9th, 10th in the points just after one good race, I guess you could call it. But you know, it's just a good time, man. And you know, speaking of Jake Burton, just real quick, throw a plug to him. You know, I was in South Carolina when he did that jump, and I stood on the ramp the night before, and I'm like, this is totally insane. You know, this guy, he's got to be nuts. And it's like when he sent that truck off that ramp, I'm like, this is incredible. Me and Underwood, me and Matt, we were standing there watching it. We were all checking it out down there that day. And I'm like, this is just stupid. I mean, how you going to top this? And here he is going to try to top it again. You know, I'm like, I think he went 298 feet, 5 inches down there, something like that. And I'm excited about going to Black Rock and see what he can do. I mean, that's going to be killer. Just to throw him a plug out there. Make sure you're there for that.
Yeah, and you know he's taken what he's learned from that last jump, and he is implementing it in the build now, and he's truly gonna send it as far as he can for the crowd. You know, he loves pleasing the crowd. Yeah,
and it was like stupid. I think he had like 100, 110 mile an hour, you know, coming off that jump, and he's gonna be running faster than that. And I watched the feed last night. You know, if Trucks Gone Wild, they were talking about it. It's going to be insane. I think the whole weekend there is going to be insane. It's going to be good stuff.
Yes, sir. And speaking of points, you were talking about the points. Let's go ahead and bring up the points here that we can go over them. we see you down here, 9th place. After missing a race, you're only 28 points behind the leader. We'll start at number 10. We got Wayne Farmer from Dunsville, Virginia, with 32 points, minus 28. He's tied with you right now in the 9th spot. Then we have you tied for 9th. We have Blake Webb from Chesterfield, Virginia, with 33 points, 27 points behind. Alan Ragland, and I can't pronounce that, from Virginia, 40 points with minus 20 off the leader. Michael Snyder in the Just Nuts from Alat, Virginia, minus 20. Brian Vick, you were talking about Vick and how you had to face up. He's a great driver, isn't he?
Yeah, he is top notch, man. You know, that's we were talking about it after the race that night. I think me and Vic probably, and not to mention Carl Jett, two of the oldest guys still in, out there racing, and two of the oldest trucks around, in the final round, me and Vic. That's just, it's good stuff. And knowing Vic for years, good guy.
Yeah, definitely. And he's from Shawboro, North Carolina, 17 points behind. You got Trey Moody from St. Stephen's Church, Virginia. We got a lot of Virginia boys on here, I'm noticing.
That's a good thing.
Oh yeah. But we're starting to get up here into the out of towners, the guys that come a long distance, and we appreciate them. They're putting in all that hard work and the long hours to get to our races. Minus 16 points for Trey Moody. We got Johnny Falk Jr. from Plant City, Florida, a Florida boy in the top 3 with minus 15 out of the top.
Yeah, Johnny's fast.
Oh yeah, very much so. That truck, he did a good job at Georgia, and you got to watch him. He will come out of nowhere, and he's like a comeback king. Like, he will come back and get it. Got John Cruda from East Bethel, Minnesota, minus 11. And then we have our returning champion from last season in the 1-ton division, Marty Emerson out of Monmouth, Maine. What can you say about Marty? Marty's the most jolly man you've ever met, and he loves rock bouncing. So when we get to Rush and we get to these rock courses, I think he's going to have more fun out there than anybody. Him and Snyder.
It's a lot I can say about Marty, but I'll keep it nice. At fast tracks, I think I raced down a few years back. Marty goes up, flips his rig at night, riding trails, and then gets up and races the next day with it. But Marty's just a good dude, top notch. Think of world of Marty, but I have to laugh. We went to Ohio last year, and I asked I think I drew him in the 3rd round or something like that. And he went out there and he beat me. And I asked his wife, "How do you beat this guy?" She said, "With a big stick. That's what you need to beat Marty." So, I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket. I'm gonna think about it. Marty, I got your big stick. I'm gonna get you one of these days. So, but yeah, all the guys on that list you mentioned, just top notch, good folks. Alan and Blake Webb, they're DOT guys that stepped up this work, race DOT series last several years. That's where I started at. My roots linked into DOT stuff. I think my first race was, 1999. I raced 2 races that year. I've been racing ever since. But, those two guys, I see them step up, with the 1-ton series stuff racing, and I just see it getting bigger from here on, man. It's just good stuff.
Yes, very much so. You ever have any plans to move up to the megas, or are you going to stay in the 1-tons?
I don't know, man. I'm 52 years old. I'm kind of happy where I'm at. So I don't thought about building another truck, but I'd probably just keep racing my old junk. I've been racing that truck for 20 years now. Owned it way longer than that, but I don't know. Kind of happy where I'm at. Having a good time. It's a lot of fun. It's not about the winning to me. It's just about the camaraderie. Hanging out with good folks. If you win, hey, that's great. If you do well, that's great. But it's just a good time, man.
Yeah. Speaking of the camaraderie, were you there for the potluck dinner and the fellowship that we had Friday night? Tell everybody about that. I thought it was amazing.
Most definitely. I brought in a big pot of deer barbecue. My wife, she brought some banana pudding, and I think it was 4 different dishes of banana pudding there. Ethan comes in with some huge dish of some dessert, but man, the food, it was a spread. I didn't know there was that much pasta salad in the world. Barbecue, pizza, chicken. I mean, it was great. I mean, if you weren't stuffed when you left from there, it was your own fault. I was miserable, but not only that, just hanging out. Think talking to everybody and just to see the camaraderie. I mean, we have Mo Duncan there from Bodacious, you know, Peggy's and there with Peggy and Big Mike. And, you know, he's been in the sport for golly forever. I mean, Bodacious has been going on back in the 70s. You know, to see him there, you know, involved in this now, where we're at, and just the new people, the kids running around playing, you know, I think everybody just had a large time. I told Matt that night and Joey, I think no, Joey, I told us, man, we got to do this at Scrimmage Place in New York. You know, we got to set this as a staple and do this every race we go to. You know, let's eat, hang out, fellowship, and have a good time, and then get everything beat up on each other on the track the next day.
Yep, it was a good time. You got to see a lot of guys talking to each other that, you know, don't normally have the opportunity. You know, everybody's usually on race day. They're getting into the mindset of racing and everything. It was nice to be able to see, you know, from behind the camera, everybody get to sit down, actually relax and take it easy and, you know, talk to each other and even get to know some of the newer drivers that are in the series.
Yeah, it's like, you know, just you talk to people you never met. You know, somebody I didn't know, I'm gonna go up and speak to them. You know, just see all the drivers come together and just the fellowship. It's incredible, man. It's like a family. I mean, this has gone to a whole nother level, in my opinion. You know, and because of Premier, I mean, and trying to pull things together. You got races from Florida, Texas, Maine. You know, I think Minnesota, all over the place. Just, you know, showing up to one central location to race, and not only that, a race, but the fellowship to hang out. You know, that's incredible.
And speaking of somebody we do know, to be able to talk about the Mega Truck Point Series, let's bring him in. None other than our champion from last season, Mr. Shane Tucker. What's going on, Shane?
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's up, Shane?
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, so Hugh, Shane, you guys want to talk? Let's go through these points on the Mega side. Figure you guys be able to talk about some of these guys a little bit more than I can, and I'm sure you guys would enjoy it. Let's start with number 10. We got Kyle Adams from Bowdoin, Georgia, minus 34 out of the lead.
Yeah. He's fast. I'm not sure how many more races he's coming to. I'm hoping he comes to some more. But he's a good dude. Hopefully he makes it to more.
Then ninth place, we got none other than Ethan Underwood out of Mechanicsville, Virginia at minus 33.
Can never count the Underwoods out.
For sure.
Yeah, they'll come out of nowhere on you.
Oh, yeah.
I think we got 4 of them out there now, right? 3 or 4.
I think it's 3 now.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Ethan, you normally see Ethan out on the freestyle course just beating his truck up. He loves beating that thing up to give the crowd a good time. In 8th place, we got Hunter Tyson at Callahan, Florida at minus 33. I mean, he was running amazing this past weekend.
It was.
And you got anything you want to say on the performance there, Shane?
No, he's fast, man. It was me and him in the finals, and that left lane was slick. He came in a little hot and kind of spun out and nicked that barrel when he came through there. I was in that right lane. If you shot great on the right lane, it's a 3 to 4 foot hole in that thing. So you had to swing super wide, because if you cut it short, you'd flip over just like several of them guys did. That thing was tricky. So you had to come in there with a little bit of a game plan and swing her wide, or you were going to, if you try to cut that barrel, you're going to roll over on your right side all day. So it was a good race. I had some nitrous issues, but ended up coming out on top because he DQ'd, but we'll get it.
So were you running all motor for most of the race?
It wasn't even all motor, honestly. That thing was spitting and sputtering and barely running coming to the finish line. I don't know what was going on. The motor's running fine right now. I'm going to put some nitrous back on it and run through some tests just right here in the garage and just make sure everything's working right. And I might even take it out and bump it in the field a few times just to feel it out. But yeah, it was rough.
You agree that right lane was a killer one there, Hugh?
Yeah, that turn was rough. I mean, it's like you're standing in it hard and try to slide it around, and you hit that rut, you're done. Yeah. You know, I just kept telling myself, drive your race, just be easy around that turn, and as soon as you get straight, just lay into it. But it got a lot of people. And it both lanes were slick, but that right lane, that turn, you really had to know. You really had to be on top of it in that turn.
Yeah. I'd like to get Wayne to go out there and shoot great on it just to see how deep that hole is. I took some people out there Saturday night just to get a real world perspective of it, and it's impressive. Like you look down on it, you're standing by the cone and you look down in the hole, I mean they're waist level.
Yeah. I mean, incredibly with the rain ahead, I think the track held up really good. I mean, that was,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, considering it was good.
Yeah.
Right, so moving into the 7th position, we got Tim DeRozier from Compton, New Hampshire with minus 32. Then we have, of course, Joseph Hilton from McKinney, Virginia, another Virginia boy, and right up the road from you, right, Shane?
That's right, about 15 minutes.
He's at 28 points behind, and it looks like he's tied in with – oh, sorry.
Speaking of Tim, he just needs to keep bringing seafood. So
Yeah.
that's what he needs to do. Seafood bowl. Tim's the guy for that. So
yeah, and it looks like in the comments section, Carl Jett likes the banana pudding y'all brought.
hey, and good stuff. It'll be more in New York. So
It was delicious.
You hear that, Carl? They're gonna have some more banana pudding in New York. Then we got tied with Joey Ronnie Davis at Chinchula, Alabama. Then the rookie this year. I mean, he's not a rookie to the sport, but he's a rookie to Premier Mega Truck Racing. The first year he's ever raced with us, Chris Schubert in that Voodoo truck. Chris came out and did an amazing job in Georgia and at Dennis's. I think the track was, not in his favor on this one, but he's definitely not one you want to sleep on at all because that truck's nasty.
Yeah, and they're good people too. Been knowing Chris for several years. Got to know him when I was racing with the Mega Truck Bad Boy Series. Him and his whole family, they're just great people. He's fast.
Absolutely. Yeah. And speaking of good people and good family, I was talking to Hugh about it. Shane, what was your opinion on the fellowship and the food on Friday night?
Man, it was amazing. It was awesome. Had a blast. Food was amazing. Just a good time with everybody. Glad everybody showed up.
Is that something you would like to see us do more?
Of course.
Awesome. Yeah.
Fried tenderloin was on point, Shane.
Thank you.
The duck was real good too.
It was all gone.
Yeah. All right. So moving into the 3rd place, we got Clark Sawyer in the Bam Bam truck out of Mechanicsville, -5. We saw him win it all in Georgia. He showed us that he knows how to throw that truck around in the mud. And I asked him, before the race this past weekend, did he feel like he was going to do well? And he showed that he really is here for the win. And he's one to watch too. He really is.
You can't make any mistakes on it. He gets a little more power under his belt. He's gonna be one to really look out for. But he can drive the hell out of that truck.
Oh yeah, very much so. And of course, in the 2nd spot, we have you, Shane, coming in. You're only 5 points off, tied up with Clark, right out behind Mr. Bobby Abbott.
Yeah.
What do you think about Bobby's performance this past weekend?
He was on a run, man. That dude he's really driving that truck this year. I mean, he did great last year, but he's on one this year. Definitely can't cut him no slack. It sucks. He broke, I guess, in the 3rd round or going into the 4th round, so he didn't, get to race. I actually drew him in the 4th round, and he couldn't make it. He broke his transfer case, blew a tire off the wheel, and I don't know what else happened, but he hit pretty hard on the right side, I believe, coming across that finish line. But it would have been a good race. I wanted to race him, but I was upset he broke him. I don't like seeing anybody break their stuff or anything like that. So yeah, I was pretty pumped for it, honestly.
Yeah, I know you're not big in the call-outs, but maybe that's something that needs to happen in New York. Maybe a first-round call-out for you and him.
We'll see.
So, and then, of course, Mr. Bobby Abbott, he's been killing it this season. As you were saying, he broke down here at the last race. But him, he's going to be right back out there. We plan on having him on in the coming weeks, be able to talk with him a little bit. His schedule is kind of tight. We'll go ahead and stop sharing the points here, bring all 3 of us in. But, are there any matchups? We'll start with you, Hugh. Are there any matchups in the 1-ton division that you would like to see? Any call-outs that you've been wanting to see that haven't happened yet?
I don't know, man. I kind of like to play it as it had the chips fall. I mean, it's always cool. Last year, I think every race, Marty and Monkey drew each other at least twice. It seems like anyway.
Mhm.
They're always fast. Cruder, he's in there. He's bad fast too. I don't know. I mean, I like racing Vic. That's a good time. I've raced him, I think, 4 or 5 times. Beat him twice now. But I don't know. It's everybody in that class is super competitive now. And it's just came so far, and I don't know. I have to think on that one.
Speaking of 1-ton, Shane, your son races in the 1-ton division. What you guys got going on with that hammered truck?
Man, we had, I believe it was the stub shaft break and just ended up total carnage. I mean, it broke every axle shaft. The U-joints were gone. Broke the knuckle and ripped the tire off. So,
Wow.
yeah, lots of money, lots of work. I mean, we'll get it. It's going to be there, but yeah.
God bless you for upkeeping 2 trucks. That's all I can say.
Sucks, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Mike is fast too, man. You give him a few more years, he's going to be hard to handle.
If I could just get the truck up together, I think he'd be there too. I mean, it's literally broken every race so far this year. We've been struggling.
Dang.
And we're putting good stuff in it. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Yep. So ask you the same question, Shane. Are there any call-outs, matchups in the mega division that you haven't seen this year that you'd like to?
None off the top of my head, honestly. All the races that we had, I feel like have been pretty good. I don't know. I want to see Joe run the new truck that Bert's 4x4 4x4 and more built. That thing's gonna be an animal once he gets it right. I know it wasn't running right at Saluda, but that thing it looks nasty. It's bad as bone.
Yeah. Bad looking ride for sure.
No lie. I can't wait to see that thing out there.
Carl Jett saying that you guys need to put some Ford axles. I believe he's talking about under Micah's truck.
I got some Ford parts in there. The knuckles are Fords. It's got Super Duty knuckles on it. So you use knuckles.
Saw some this week where they say Carl needs training wheels, but I ain't going there. So sorry,
that
Carl.
was the slowest rollover I've ever seen. That was impressive.
Oh yeah.
Well, good stuff.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we had a good time hanging out after the race. Me and Carl and Haber. They weren't cutting him in the slack. So good stuff.
Yeah, just shut the lights off, didn't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys coming on. We'll have you guys back on in the coming weeks. We're trying to get everybody in. This week, Joey and Matt weren't available to be on to be able to talk to you guys. So I appreciate you coming on and talking with me. We'll see you guys here coming up in June. We'll be able to, hang out. We'll, like you said, probably do some more food. I know Carl's looking forward to that banana pudding. He's already said that down here in the comments. Don't mind Carl. I'm looking at the comments as we go. Trey Moody saying, don't mind Carl. He's not used to making power, so he doesn't know about breakage. They're ruthless to each other down here in the comment section. But Shane, we appreciate you coming on as well. But look forward to seeing you guys, and I get to bother you guys and do some more interviews after your runs. I know you guys love that so much.
Yeah, it's a lot
good
easier.
stuff.
Yeah, but congratulations to both of you on your win again, and we appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate what you're doing, Cody.
Thank you, sir. You guys have a great night. So those are our winners from this weekend. Absolutely amazing people. You guys all know. Most of you guys that are here watching right now are diehard fans and or drivers. So you guys know Hugh and Shane, just some of the greatest people in the world. Looking through my notes here. So talking about this past weekend, we talked about the fellowship and the food on Friday night, and we talked about the racing. So we kind of wanted to do more of a behind the scenes look at it. We did do some interviews and everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to watch a video right now of all of that fun.
Hello guys, we're here. Points race number 3, Virginia Motor Speedway, the pit. We are having a blast right now. We've got everybody, their families. We're out here. What do we call it? A potluck.
The potluck.
Right?
The night before the race.
What
man.
was in the pot?
Dude, it was some great food, man. We had different
Everything.
walks of food from every.
Can we say pasta salad?
Pasta salad,
fried chicken,
pasta salad, macaroni and cheese, barbecue.
Awesome time. Everybody.
There's duck in there.
There is. Deer meat. There's fried deer meat.
Man,
fried deer meat. Meatballs with Parmesan cheese.
This is what it's all about.
It is.
Like this, Premier's about the racing, but Premier's also about fellowship. And getting all the racers together and having a good time and bringing it all, everyone together as one. And
I think we did it.
This is our first potluck deal.
This is a win.
Yes.
This is a win.
Yeah, this whole deal tonight is, like I said, I've watched guys who've never spoke to each other, hanging out, meeting new people, new racers are coming in.
You really get a chance to find out who likes to eat.
Hey.
Front line, right?
I ain't gonna lie.
I was early. I was like, hey guys, single file line.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna have to add a few more horsepower to my thing tomorrow because I done hiked on a couple pounds.
Well, I'll say thank everybody for being part of what we're doing. Thank you guys. If you're not here, you need to get here. There's plenty of food. We're networking and we are fellowshipping. That's what we call it. If it wasn't for the fellowshipping, we probably wouldn't enjoy racing. So be here tomorrow, May 18th, Virginia Motor Speedway, the pit. Dennis Anderson said it, you ain't never gonna be famous till you make yourself famous. Well, we all need us together to work together, push what we're doing. Because when this umbrella is great, every individual umbrella under that, from the builders, us racers, the people serving us food, everybody is gonna become greater, better. So that's all we're doing. We're doing it for all of us.
We're here today, Saluna, race number 3. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh, yes.
The weather is beautiful. We're getting ready to put a show on here. Like I said, it's what, 2 hours away, something like that. Hope the rain breaks. It is definitely going to be a sloppy, wet ride. I think this is going to be a game changer in the event. Like, high horsepower, all that stuff. I think you can throw all the big dollars, big, huge horsepower, big, crazy stuff out the window. I think this is going to be whoever can get it to the finish line under control first. In reality, I think some lower horsepower trucks, we're going to see some of them do really, really well today. Just being able to get it to the ground. You go out there and you swing a couple thousand, 1,500 horsepower, 2,000 horsepower to the ground. It's just going to sit there and it's going to look like a deer on a frozen pond. But some of these guys that are down in the horsepower and may not be as well off as others trying to come out here and run with us, these guys really, really got a shot today. So yeah, I'm excited to see how the rounds go. Excited to see what happens to the race. We don't know really what's going to go down until the first couple trucks take off and see how the track acts. The rain is going to play a huge factor today though. So we're excited. We're ready to see this show crack off, and hopefully the rain will break for this thing to start.
Should be a good day. Track's gonna be nice and slick. Weather is what it is, but hey, I'm excited, man. Ready to go. Glad to be here at the pit.
You're one of the few people in the class, in the series rather, that's running a big block Ford motor, correct?
Yep, big block Ford on a little bit of gas, still a factory frame truck. So.
You think the Ford motor is going to have a little bit of an advantage today compared to them Chevys?
I don't know. We'll see. I hope so.
Anything you're going to have to do differently today with the track conditions to make sure that you stay on course?
I'm going to be a little more conservative in the turns, so we don't slide out of them. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes on the track.
You think the turns is what's going to make or break somebody today?
The turns, what's going to make it or break, or getting out of shape, coming off in jumps, it's just going to be slick. You're going to have to stay on top of it.
don't know, man. It's pretty moist out there, so it's gonna be slippery and we're gonna be sliding all around. We'll see what happens though.
And you're a high horsepower truck. Do you think that puts you at a disadvantage with all the track conditions?
Disadvantage, I would say. Yes.
Yeah.
So I might back it down a little bit, but we got to be fast. There's some fast trucks here. A lot of people that came from everywhere. So
I'll take it again.
we got to be quick.
Yeah, my first pass, I'm not running nitrous. I want to see how it is. And we got to worry about the corner. It's slick out there, so we got to try to make it. So hopefully we can do good. I can keep it under control and run a smooth pass.
I'm a little wet, but it's gonna be a good time.
It's gonna be a great day. Do you think your truck's gonna perform well in the track conditions?
I think the lower horsepower trucks are probably gonna be better in my opinion because of just being so wet and slimy and stuff like that. I really think that if you can kill the horsepower down, I'm thinking that's gonna be the way to go today. So,
do you agree?
I agree, because mine makes way too much power fight here today.
It's gonna be
like driving on ice out there.
Yeah, wet and slimy. It's gonna be good. I like mud racing. I didn't know. I didn't come to dirt track racing, and so I think that's gonna be fun. But I think the lower horsepower trucks is gonna be
got a better shot.
Better.
Pocket in the left lane. In the right lane.
I feel really good today. I'm happy to be at a home track, and I hope we just keep going round after round. There's no complaints. The weather could help us, could hurt us, but time will only tell that.
And you've proven in Georgia when you took the win that you really do know how to throw that truck around when it comes to this mud.
Driving in the rain ain't about the power, it ain't about the speed, it's about who the driver is. The truck doesn't say nothing about that.
Is there anything you're gonna have to do as a driver to adjust for the track conditions?
I'll just have to feel it out the first round and make those calls as we get them. And first round's a $50 buyback, it ain't the end of the world. Get a feel for the track, see if I can slide it through the turn. If I gotta drive it, oversteer it, understeer it, overpower, underpower. But that's just something we gotta figure out that first round.
Awesome, we'll see you out there and let you get dressed.
All right, thank you.
But you know what? This is mud racing, so I'm blessed to be here, and fellowship is more important than racing. But I still like to race.
we go out there and do good. We should be able to. It's mud racing for a reason.
That's what I was brung up in the mud, so that should be to my advantage, I hope.
Yeah. Do you think the high horsepower trucks are going to have a disadvantage today?
Yep, because they're going to spin too much. It's all about throttle control.
What about rear steer? You think rear steer is going to take play?
Well, so people know how to use it, yeah. If not, it's going to be a disadvantage.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be wet. It's gonna be nasty. We're gonna have a good time.
You think that your truck is going to be having an advantage today with the rear steer?
We'll see.
Get ready to come to station and just a little bit. Superstop, get ready to come to station in a little bit.
I finally got an Underwood to accept a call out.
Yeah, I'd say right.
What number?
How do you feel about this call out?
I feel that he's going down so hard.
We're going to see. We're going to see. I know we had a little chopping it up in the shop the other night, but yeah.
6.
We're going to find out. We've like I said a little interview earlier.
See, he's going out 36. I'm going to at least finish 12.
Nah. We've raced a lot of broken times. This time will hopefully be.
Hey, there's no way your truck's going to break. It's so
mega call out.
Shit.
No way your shit'll break today.
Don't count
No
that
way.
out.
Throwing up a bunch of rooster tails coming at us. And looks like no cells. Looks like you broke some smoke.
So, a little bit of a behind-the-scenes look at this past weekend. We still have another recap video of the season so far that'll show you some more footage from that weekend, from last weekend. Let me check through the notes here. Make sure I stay on track. Thank you, Carl. Go through here. All right, so the remaining schedule. We're now through race number 3 of the season. Let's bring that up right now. Go ahead and pause it. So we've gone to South Georgia, Dennis Anderson's Muddy Motorsports Park. We just finished up at the pit at Virginia Motor Speedway this past weekend. So coming up June 15th, we go back to John Scrimm's place up in Esperance, New York, track that you guys know and love up there at New York State Off-Road Park. Let's see, I think we've got, here we go. It's another Trucks Gone Wild event. Also a great facility, plenty of places to, go off-roading, bunch of trails to go hang out on, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get everything set up. We're going to go check out what Trucks Gone Wild had to say about New York State Off-Road Park.
June 13th through the 16th, the Trucks Gone Wild 20th Anniversary Tour is coming to Mountain Madness at the New York State Off-Road Park in Esperance, New York. You'll see the high-flying premier mega truck racing, open mud holes, miles of trails, tug-of-wars, plenty of open camping for everybody, and more. It's one of the biggest summertime parties in the country. It's Trucks Gone Wild at Mountain Madness, June 13th through the 16th. Get your advance tickets now, and we will see you there.
So as always, it's an amazing time, amazing facility. We're excited for that. Hope to see everybody there. Hopefully we have an amazing truck count. You guys know that track is always a good time. Let's hope everybody do your rain dances, your anti-rain dances, that this won't make 4 out of 4 races at one of the days it's rained during. So we go back. Let me put that back up here. We got our schedule. That Black Rock event we were talking about, you know, that's going to be an amazing event. There's so much to do. It's another Trucks Gone Wild event. Then in September, we're headed to Rush, Kentucky. This is a new course for us. It's going to be an amazing facility, mountainous terrain. You guys, I'm sure that Michael and Marty will love that with the rock crawlers. And that'll also be the final race of the points season. So we got 3 more points races left, guys. And again, like I said earlier, July, the Black Rock event, that's going to be another 2-day event. And you have to be there on Friday in order to race on Saturday. So remember that. Everybody prepare, get your schedules right for that. Going to be an amazing event, as we've already discussed. Then we're going to go for the banquet race. We'll go back to the pit at Virginia Motor Speedway. It's always a good time. We end up finishing out that with a mechanics race. So you mechanics out there, I see Dylan here in the chat. I'm sure the other guys in here that are mechanics and on teams, you guys will be ready to go for that race. And then the race that everybody's excited about, the new one, the World Finals in Golden Isle Speedway. I personally have been to this track. We went down there and scouted it out. It's an amazing facility. We're actually inside the circle track. We went down there for the Lucas Oil Dirt Series. And it's a beautiful facility, some amazing VIP spaces, 100 VIP trackside campings, or not camping, but parking spots, a huge VIP booth with a grill out on the porch, some smaller VIP booths, you know, a stadium seating setup. And the track down there is amazing. So many camping spots. I'm pretty sure they just added a pickleball court. See if the guys will come in. But it's a great time. They do have some trails, and that's going to be the race everybody's been talking about, you know. But don't let me say that and make you guys think that the other races aren't important, because all the other races are important. All those facilities are just as amazing. This one is just a race that it's the first time for the World Finals, and everybody's vying to get there. All right, so let's go ahead and check out our season so far. We got a video for that. We're just basically going to recap the last 3 races so you guys can all see that. A lot of you have seen this already. Some of you might not have.
How you play the game with the people that writing the rules. Ain't the fame that I'm after when paying the dues. I've been through the pain that's reflected in the attitude. Might be winning now, but the thing is that I had to lose. So go and tell me what you really want to do. And lonely at the top, cause there ain't a lot of room. Ain't no other option, that's all I ever knew. So I'ma get it poppin', you know how I'ma do. I've been down through the blood and the sweat. Guarantee you can know I'm a threat. I've been down through the blood and the sweat, and I ain't close to being done yet. I'm going all in. Ain't no love lost, we just really doing us. Go and take your seat, looking silly getting up. Y'all know what it is, let me tell them what it was. It was 24/7 on the grind, one thing at a time. Hard to understand, kind of person got the state of mind. We was making moves every day, getting things in line. You could go and say what you want, but believe that I've been down through the blood and the sweat. Guarantee you can know I'm a threat. I've been down through the blood and the sweat. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah, I'm going all in. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. They know I'm going all in. Blood and the sweat, y'all know me. Close to being done yet, I'm going all in.
Day is going to be the day. I'm going to tell you right now, these guys are going to be lighting a fire because today is when it all counts. You had to be bad to get into the tough rounds of racing today, and it's going to be an endurance race. It's not who's going to be the fastest right out of the gate. It's who can make it all the way to the last round. It's going to be good. Saturday, right here, before the sun falls, we're going to be done, and I'm going to be out here with Extreme King Sling doing a little ride-along, freestyle, and a little race pass. So wish you everybody was here. Love you guys. Mega trucks, they're on the map to stay.
right now. We turning up the amps right now. Yeah, looking at the jams right now. Y'all know we can stand that ground. You be looking at the tape. That's the attitude. Die a little something that I gotta prove. From the bottom, we just doing what we gotta do. I put that crew on my shoulder, got a lot to lose. Yeah, going for that goalpost. Blowing through the red when the road closed. Y'all know we ain't quitting when we so close. And the victory is really what it's all for. Yeah, you looking at the champs right now. Turning up the amps right now. You looking at the champs right now. Y'all know we can stand that ground. You been looking at the champs. Yeah, I'm staying that ground. Yeah, y'all know you been looking at the on myself, throw it all down. Yeah. You against me's lights out, and we can handle this right now. I'ma hit 'em with the one. We ain't getting tired, go the hardest. Two, gotta tap into where your heart is. Three, stand up for your people, that's for starters. And four, never sell yourself short on your loss. Looking at the champs right now, turning up the amps right now. You looking at the champs right now, y'all know we gon' stand that grind. You been looking at the champs. Yeah. I'm staying that grind. Y'all know you been looking at the champs. Yeah. Stay grind, go do it, no cap. You been looking at the champs. And y'all know you been looking at the champs.
So far the season has been an amazing one. I'm sure you can all agree that we have seen some amazing races, a few very gnarly wrecks. Everybody's been safe. Everybody's gotten, recovered very easily, and we're glad for that. But you guys have definitely been putting on a show for the fans, and that's, between the fellowship and the fans, that's what this is all about. I know that the guys would agree with me that, we're one giant family, and that includes our fans. We love having them come out and putting on a good show for them. Let me check this. I think we're going to be finishing up here. Again, make sure you guys go out and follow these guys. All of our sponsors. We cannot do this without the sponsors. So let's make sure we give them some love. Go on this list here. Go follow them on all social medias. Share their stuff. Let's really show them why they come and sponsor with us. Let's show them that we care about them as much as our fans as well. Sponsors are very important to take care of as well. So it's FTI Performance, Sniper Gearboxes, All Out Performance, Clayton Homes, Hoyles Tire and Axles, Butler Built Seats, Pool Trucking, Next Generation Auto Works, Davis Off-Road, Burt's 4x4, KJ Competition Cuts, Marker 17 Marina, Wheezy Graphics, Videoto Media, that's me, Speed Squad Marketing, Bunch Concrete Services, RVA Graphics, 2JS Transport, Davis Auto Sales, Wicked Fabrications, Brannick Motorsports, Gino's Home Service, Willwood Brakes, Harvell Welding Services, Western Sheet Metal, and Able Asphalt and Paving. So you guys make sure. Oh, we got a comment down here. Looks like Liz is saying happy birthday to Bert. So everybody, if it is Bert's birthday, everybody in the comments and on Facebook, let's go over and tell Bert happy birthday. But yeah, let's follow all of our sponsors. You guys, next week, I believe we're coming on live so that the guys can talk to you. They weren't able to make it with the weather on the East Coast. I'm sure they're probably in an airport someplace. But we always appreciate you guys coming on. We look forward to seeing you all in New York. It's coming up very soon. It'll be here before you know it. So teams, get your trucks together. Fans, bring your A game because we're going to have a good time. This is an amazing track. It's an amazing facility. John Scrimo does an amazing job of setting this place up. I've gotten to be up there and watch the actual setup process. It's a nice, safe facility, a good time. And obviously, Trucks Gone Wild's coming back. So we're going to call it a night there, guys. We appreciate you guys coming on. Everybody, have a good night.